New at 6, a district justice known for his form of social justice is not making any friends with local landlords. Several have filed complaints against District Justice Mick Pappas. KDK investigator Andy Sheehan explains why.
Luxury apartment buildings are going up, rents are going up, and guess what else? Evictions are going up as more and more people are being tossed out of their apartments for non-payment of rent.
We have a crisis in housing in the city. Poor people being forced out of the city.
Recently elected District Justice Mick Pappas ran on a platform of stemming that tide, making the landlords more accountable in court.
There are good actors on the side of lessors and there are bad actors on the side of lessors.
But those lessors or landlords are crying foul, saying Pappas has come down squarely on the side of the tenants, continuing or postponing cases, not granting evictions, and when he does evict, not requiring the tenants to pay the back rent owed.
Now, these are people who have been in arrears for months and months at a time. So this isn't just someone who hasn't paid their last month's rent.
The landlords cite more than a dozen cases where they say Pappas is not following the law, not moving to evict even when tenants are 7 or 8 months behind in the rent.
Be an advocate for the tenants then, if you want to do that sort of thing. But you're a judge now. You have to be a neutral party in those cases.
According to Neighborhood Legal Services, evictions topped 13,000 in Allegheny County in 2016 and were on a pace last year to be the most in a decade. Pappas says he's merely demanding that landlords provide his court rental agreements, accurate property records, and demonstrate the cleanliness of their units.
There's a lot of opportunity to convert some of these possibly bad actors into good actors.
The district justice may be under fire from some, but he's become a hero to others. And given his convictions, there's little doubt that he'll continue to make waves. In Morningside, Andy Sheehan, KDK TV News.